Hello, welcome my friends to the Eurofan, that's me. For today's episode I'm going to review the Croatian entry for Eurovision 2022, which has been represented by singer Mia Dimšić with the song Guilty Pleasure, after the powerful performance of Albina in last year's contest. Initially predicted as one of the finalists, but unfortunately she finished one spot from qualification, totally unfair in my opinion. Croatia keeps its participation in the contest, in aim to achieve better results. Let's see who is the chosen artist this time to represent the Adriatic country in Turin. Mia Dimšić is a Croatian singer and songwriter in the genres of pop, country pop and folk pop. Her beginnings in music date around 2015, when Croatian rock gentlemen invited her to gig with them in a tour by the United States and Canada at the time. Shortly after that tour, she did not wait too long and started writing her own songs, releasing since then to date 3 studio albums, one of them a Christmas album, and achieving a huge popularity in her native country. In fact, her singles had reached the top of the rankings in the musical charts, and she has won several musical awards, having herself a good name in the Croatian musical scene. She has commented her compositions comes from her own life experiences, with the help of her guitar as the main musical instrument. In fact, she has a Gibson Hummingbird, which plays in all her live performances, and it's part of her seal of identity as an artist. In addition, she cites Norah Jones, Casey Musgraves, and Taylor Swift as her musical influences, to mention a few of them. Apart from her musical career, Mia has a degree in translation studies in English and German from the University of Osijek, which will be very useful. And also, despite her young age, she had already released her own memoir, titled Cesta do Sna, which in English translates as The Road to a Dream. And talking about dreams, she has fulfilled one, being a renowned artist in her own country. But now she wants to achieve another dream, be an international renowned artist. In line with that goal, she has been working writing songs in English since last year, taking into account that since her beginnings, she always has been writing and performing songs in her mother tongue, Croatian. So her degree is going to be very useful, as I have mentioned before. During that creative process, the song Guilty Pleasure comes out. Late last year, the Croatian public broadcaster confirmed their participation in the contest to be held in Turin, and at the same time they opened a submission period for artists and songwriters who wanted to participate in the 22nd edition of their national final Dora. By coincidence, Mia tries her luck with the aforementioned song, suggested by her manager, thinking it could be the perfect opportunity to give her career the boost she was looking for. Then after, she is announced among the 14 contestants that will compete in the national final. The televised show took place in mid-February, in which the winner will be chosen with a combination of votes by a jury by regions and the public. After all the contestants had their chance to perform their entry, the voting results ranked Mia as the absolute favorite from both the juries and the public, winning the national final without any doubt, and gaining the right to represent Croatia in Turin. A quite controversial topic in this song indeed. Now here comes the analysis according to what she has presented in her official music video. The melody is a folk pop track, very much like Taylor Swift's most recent work, and her voice is quite sweet, appropriate for the genre of the song. About the lyrics, it talks about a quite controversial topic. The song depicts a love triangle, where she expresses guilt and desire feelings, fantasizing with another man, described as her guilty pleasure, from this the song's title, but being committed and married to her husband in the song, as we are not aware that Mia is married yet. This raises doubts about her own feelings, and about what does she have to do, but these remain unsolved. In addition to this, it's important to say that this is the second English song written by her. Although time after her victory from her national final, she also released a Croatian version of the song, named Neko Drugi, which in English translates as Someone Else. However, the original song in English will be the one to be performed in the contest. Making once again a short reference to Taylor Swift, there was some controversy in social media after her performance of the song in the national final. As many people report, Mia's song is a plagiarism of Taylor Swift's single Willow, taking into account that the melodic structure and the topic in both songs are quite similar. Mia denied those accusations, and at the same time she acknowledged that comparisons as a compliment, since she is a great admirer of her. In particular, I have listened to both songs, and I can say that although the musical style, the instrumentation, and the background or the lyrics are pretty similar, these are different songs. It's not clear if this song has a particular message, but it raises a curious discussion about many types of love relationships. Most of us have been in a quite similar situation during our lives, but the truth is, this is a very complex topic, being more or less controversial depending on the way of thinking of everyone. Analyzing the official music video, the plot is developed portraying two possible scenarios that could happen, in line on what is related with the song. In the beginning, there are shots of Mia with her friends walking by a tram station. By casualty, an almost empty tram stops, with a man sitting in one of the seats. Her friends realize that the man inside the tram is a love interest of Mia, and they convince her to get on the tram and go with him. As the song goes, shots are seen of Mia and the guy strolling and having fun around the city, with moments of tenderness between them. And at the same time, there are shots of Mia with her friends doing a sort of choreography. Now, this is quite confusing to me, I must say. Towards the end of the music video, a similar scenario like in the beginning is seen, in which Mia decides not to get on the tram, that eventually departing and nothing else happens, portraying similarities in what will happen by getting or not getting on the tram. Making a summary of the comments, the Croatian entry for this year is intriguing. Talk about tough love relationships is normally a risk, because of the fact that there will be people who will feel identified with the situation related to the song, and there will be people who will think it's a questionable and regrettable attitude. So there will be going to be divided opinions in this issue. Recalling the staging in the Croatian national final, the performance was focused on her performing the song while playing her guitar seat in a small platform, with simple and discreet visual graphics and spotlights. And meanwhile, a male dancer joins her on stage, performing a capoeira dance routine. This performance is quite confusing to me, because I don't know if you pay attention to what she's singing, or pay attention to the guy jumping and doing somersaults all over the stage without adding something significant to the performance, except at the end, in which the guy approaches Mia in an intimate way, and just after the performance is finished, they almost kiss each other, insinuating that the male dancer is the guilty pleasure. Come on, this is a total nonsense. If they do not change this, it's going to be a real mess. For the staging in Turin, it was seen during the rehearsals that there were going to be significant changes compared to the national final. They took note of that apparently. This time to drop out the platform, they replaced the capoeira male dancer for 3 contemporary dancers. They have used blue and pink spotlights. And about the visual graphics, there were silhouettes of a forest in the shadows at night. The 3 dancers were 2 guys and a girl, symbolizing the love triangle described in the song. And Mia is wearing a hot pink dress which looks very flattering on her. After seeing her live performance in the first semifinal, I have to mention a few things to be remarked. Her vocal performance was perfect. And it comes to attention that the last chorus was performed in Croatian, in a gesture to feature the language, an already used strategy for previous Croatian performance. About this move, she asked to feature a little of Croatian in the song, taking into account that the Croatian version of the song was already released, and she finally got the permission to do it. About the choreography of the dancers, I think they could take more advantage of it, as the dance routine looked boring and robotic. And finally, a definitely not gone unnoticed detail, at least for me. She was wearing military boots. I do not know who had told this girl that an elegant dress can be matched with military boots, but this ruined the whole look. If the dress would have been long so the boots would have never seen, I would not even be talking about this. Maybe she wanted to wear them for going around the stadium comfortably, and it's okay, but the problem is that they were seen, fading her look in my opinion. After the counting of the votes, Mia was able to collect some points. However, these were not enough to qualify to the grand final, as she placed 11th in her semifinal. Once again, Croatia finished one spot from qualification to the grand final, although this time, to failures in the staging and the song's topic backfired them, taking into account the risks involved in this entry. Talking about the next steps of Mia, she will be writing more songs for sure, in order to release her fourth studio album, probably fully in English, in which the song she has performed in the contest will be among the tracks, looking to expand abroad the success she already has in her native country. And you, what do you think about the Croatian entry for this year? Give your opinion down below in the comments. I'm sure this topic will make a lot of discussion. And this is it for today's episode. Very important thing before I finish, give a like, subscribe to my channel and enable notifications. And don't forget to follow me in my social media. Take care and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.